Good morning, all. Let's give it another 2 minutes. Let's wait for a few more delegates to join us, and we will start this session. Hi, good morning, all. Hope you all are doing great. So, I welcome you to this session organized by Hitachi and NetApp jointly. Before starting, let me just explain few house rules. This webinar is a live and organized by Hitachi and NetApp. Will be a audio and video webinar and will be recorded. All the participants are mute by default and moderator will help, which is me, driving the conversation by passing necessary controls to the speakers. There is a dedicated time allocated for Q&A, which will eventually happen after the session of the technology speaker. And we are having exciting Amazon vouchers for the customers who will fill up feedback forms after the session. First 5 entries will get Amazon vouchers worth rupees 1000 each. We will also have a wheel of fortune spin, which will eventually give you a chance to win an exciting prize, which can be a Google Home Mini as well. So good morning again. My name is Gaurav. I am marketing manager for Hitachi Systems Microclinic and manages marketing nationally for our organization. To start with, let me tell you about Hitachi Group. We are a group of 8,767 billion yen revenue, founded in 1910, having considerable number of more than 2,95,000 employees across the world. Under the Hitachi Limited Group, we are having different business divisions, where Hitachi Systems Limited is one of the group company, falls under Systems and Services Business Division, having a revenue of 6,67,000 million yen, founded in 1962 in Japan, and Hitachi Systems Microclinic. So there's a big tree, and if I talk about us, so we are 1,500 crore company founded in 1991, and I want to thank you all for helping us grow 100% year on year in past 5 years. These are the solutions and services we have got for our customers. We have been catering to all the verticals: digital workspace, security solutions, autonomics and orchestration. We have got services portfolio, infrastructure managed services, data center managed security solutions, cloud services, devices service, everything under EUC, be it virtual desktop infrastructure, computing solutions, enterprise messaging, and managed print services are part of our EUC. Whereas if I talk about security solutions, we are present in each and every domain, be it endpoint and server, network, data security, advanced security solutions, APT, DNS, threat hunting, and so on and so forth. We are having our autonomics and orchestration solutions, where we have business service management, cloud automation, service portfolio management like asset life cycle, IT inventory management, services management, and of course the cloud and data center solutions, where we are associated with all the major players present in the country, and NetApp is one of them. We are having our managed services offerings. We are having our own NOC based off Gurgaon, and we can cater to each and every requirement of our customers to make the lives easy. And customers do talk about us. So these are few of the examples where customers have really endorsed us, and the word of mouth is really appreciable. Our partner ecosystem, NetApp being on the top, we are having almost elite level of partnership with almost all the OEMs present in the country. And Star Solution Provider is the topmost partnership level with NetApp, and Hitachi is the only star partner in APEC. And recently, we have won the Partner of the Year award also for APAC region. If I talk about the customer base, there is no vertical untouched where we are not present, be it government, manufacturing, IT, ITS, retail, or be it any other vertical. And why we are able to have that reach to the customers is because of our presence across the country and our footprint in Dubai and Singapore. We are having 21 locations in India and APEC, and 180 plus touch points with 2,500 now plus employees. So that was all from my side to introduce Hitachi. Now I'd like to invite Amit, who is a technology evangelist having more than a decade of experience around virtual desktop infrastructure, and he will let us through with his experience and how we can help our customers having their infrastructure ready for current scenario. Thank you.
Thank you, Gaurav. Thanks a lot. Hello, everyone. Good morning. I hope you can hear me fine. You can see me fine. Gaurav, a quick confirmation, please.
Yes, we can see, Amit.
Okay, great. So first of all, thank you. Thank you for taking out time to be on this webinar to enhance your knowledge around VDI, around end user computing, and how you can do the best possible VDI solution for your organization, for your employees. So we are here to share that knowledge with you. And meanwhile, while we go through the presentation, I want it to be more interactive session. If you have any questions, please feel free to send them in via the Q&A tab. It's on top of your screen. Just click there, shoot your question in, and I will take your question by the end of this presentation. Right. So first, breaking the jargon. We as humans have a habit of using too many jargons, VDI, EUC, VMs, and all that stuff. So first, breaking it out, breaking the complex terminologies down. So virtual desktop infrastructure is nothing but a full-fledged virtual machine, a virtual desktop running on a virtual machine within the data center. So you are using a laptop right now provided by your company, provided by your office, which runs the Windows or Mac operating system with some applications which are loaded. As an employee, that's what I do. I use a virtual desktop, a physical desktop from my employer, and it has all the apps that I need to use on a day-to-day basis. Now, the real operating system will run, in case of VDI, the real operating system will run in a data center in the backend. And this laptop, which is in front of me, would just be a gateway for me to get there. For me to get there to my virtual machine, which is running in the data center. And why would I do that? When this machine in front of me is just a gateway, it is replaceable. So we can quickly replace this machine and I can use any other machine to access that real machine with my applications, which is running in the data center, right? So there are essentially three components of any VDI solution. Number one, the server virtualization platform, which is running in the data center, right? Number two is brokering or session management software, which is running the orchestration, as in which user logs in, when to give them the machine, what kind of machines to be given to them, and how to identify the right user and do the identification and passwords and all that stuff. Third component of a VDI solution would be set of tools that you as an IT team, I'm presuming that most of you here on this webinar are representing an IT team of your organization. You manage your data center, or you manage your backups, storage, virtual desktops, or in some cases, even the end user computing, desktops and other end user computing devices. So the third tool would be, the third component would be the set of tools that you would use to manage these virtual machines, to see what is the capacity, what is the performance my users are getting, how many users are logged into my virtual environment, virtual desktop environment, how many users can still log in, what is my capacity doing, how is my performance doing, and if required, spin up more virtual machines. If required, shut down a few virtual machines, right? So there are tools for doing all that. So in summary, virtual desktop is nothing but a desktop which is running in the data center. You can manage it centrally from your laptop because the virtual machines are now running in your data center. So you can manage them all as one group of machines. Second component would be the session management tool. And the third component would be the tools for management of these virtual machines, deployment of these virtual machines, and day-to-day operations of these machines, right? Now, these three being the essential components, obvious next question is, why do I need a VDI? There are many customers of mine who say that I have laptops for my end users. And if the end users have any trouble, they have any issues, we just go resolve those issues, or we have warranties with the hardware providers. So we do not want a VDI solution, right? Many a times the customers are happy with what they are doing. But going forward, VDI is going to be a norm in the industry, especially in the IT, ITES, healthcare, and BFSI industries. Reason being these four. Why do we need VDI? Number one, it's more secure than your laptop, which you give out to your employees. It's more secure because the data and the machine around it and the applications always reside within your data center. So you can let your employees work from anywhere, work from field, work from home, work from their hometowns maybe, because you are not worried about where they carry that laptop that you have provided to them. Because that laptop is just a gateway for them to access the data which is in the data center. So their laptops would not have any data as such. So not only in terms of safety, security of your data, but also the fact that since the data is in your data center, you will be able to manage it centrally, you will be able to back it up centrally, and you will be able to do your day-to-day operations on that data centrally, because all the data of all your employees, all of your users will be at one consolidated place, right? That's reason number one. Reason number two, you must have heard this term a few times, BYOD. This is bring your own desktop or bring your own device. The millennials, the new workforce that is joining the industry, the corporate, wants more freedom. When I started off working, all that I needed was a laptop or a desktop to work, right? But I see youngsters who are joining the workforce, they have their own preferences. They want to use a Mac, they want to use an iPad or an iPhone or a Windows desktop. Everyone has a different individuality in 2020, 2021, right? Every individual is different, and they do not want to compromise on their individuality. If I force a 20-year-old to use a Mac while they are more comfortable on a Windows laptop or desktop, I would be hampering their performance, right? They would not be as comfortable as they are in the platform of their own choice. So with VDI, what I can do is I can let them choose any device they want. In fact, many of my customers are letting the employees buy their own device of their own choice, be it iPad or Mac or Windows laptop or Linux laptop, whatever they want to, and then be able to access your Office desktop or Office applications running in the data center, be able to access it from any laptop. That's another advantage of VDI. Third advantage, of course, like I said, employees are working from everywhere now. This is going to be the new normal. You will never see happy or sad or frustrating or whatever it is. You will perhaps never see 100% of employees working from office in most of the organizations. Some do, but in most organizations, there is going to be a rise in mobile workforce which is working from home. Reason being, People have tasted work from home. They realize how much easy it is to not commute. Get up, get onto your laptop, you start working. It's more efficient for some people. So they would, I expect that there would be 20-30% of overall workforce which will keep working from home or working from remote locations or faraway locations, right? And that's why you cannot provide the same IT support that you had in the office. You had 2 guys, 5 guys of end user computing support who could just go to the desk of the user and resolve a problem for them. You can't do that anymore. So what you need to give them is choice of hardware. You buy any hardware, Mr. Employee, and I will give you a virtual desktop from my data center or cloud for you to hop onto, do your work there, keep your data there. When you're done doing your work, log off and you're done. The data is backed up, the data is present, secured, all within that corporate data center. And last but not the least is better control and manageability of your organization's data. You will be able to back up centrally, take snapshots, do 100 odd things within your own data center. You do not need end user backup devices, backup software, because you are now backing up like a virtual machine in your own data center. Backing up users, end user devices is very cumbersome. You cannot have a fixed schedule to it. There will be issues with the agents. People kill the agent by mistake. They are not connected to the internet at times. So the backup does not happen, right? That's why these top 4 reasons are the ones which make you consider VDI if you are not already doing that. Or if you are on the verge of considering VDI, if because of any 4 reasons, any of these 4 reasons, we are there to help you. Right. So when my customers, prospects, customers, friends, colleagues who start thinking about VDI, these are the biggest challenges they face. There are 2 ways you can consume VDI. Way number 1 is you build your VDI environment in your data center, in your own data center. And way number 2 is for you to build it in the cloud. Whatever way you choose, there are some limitations and some challenges. So let's look at these challenges first. First, for the on-premise. So when you are building an on-prem VDI solution, the first challenge you face is the procurement process, because you need to wait at least 3 to 6 months for some infra to be available in your data center and then deploy it, make it live. Startup cost is high. You need to plan for 100% of your employees to have a virtual desktop. The cost is very high. The deployment takes time. The connectivity of users, because they are global and roaming, is a complex thing to do. And the transition of your IT resources, your people who are managing virtual desktops right now, it's tough for them to come over this learning curve and be able to manage it all remotely. So all this results into a lot of complexity that people face. Most of the cases, if it is not very well planned, very immaculately planned, the VDI projects fail in the pilot stage itself. Reason being, people plan for 5,000 employees, let's say. That's a small to medium-sized company which has 5,000 employees which need virtual desktops. Now what happens is, when they start with perhaps a pilot of 500 users, and then they try to scale it. And if it is not very well planned, the challenge you face is the growth. Another 500 users, the cost is incremental. You need to plan the infra in advance for 5,000 users. The cost becomes prohibitive, right? So because of these challenges, a lot of people end up wasting their money and effort on trying out a platform and not rolling it out to the end users. So here's a solution that I have. We have this solution called NetApp HCI, which is a hybrid cloud infrastructure. And what it gives you is 3 primary things, 3 primary problems that it addresses in the VDI. Number 1, guaranteed performance. So what it does is, with guaranteed performance, each volume on the storage gets a guaranteed IOPS and throughput. So you can guarantee that these many users need these many IOPS on the storage, and this is what I am guaranteeing to the users. So that's one thing, one less headache to think about, which is performance. Second is scale. Like I said, it's very cumbersome to plan your VDI too much in advance. If you plan your VDI for 500 users, when you have to add 500 more, you will end up buying more switches, more storage, more cables, more racks, which is a big pain. So what you need is an environment which is very scalable, which is very modular. You can simply add more nodes and keep adding as you add more users. So you start small with 500 users. When you want to add 100 more users, just add one more module, add one more node. Same way, after a year, you want to add 200 more users, add 2 more nodes of computing. So that's the advantage you get with NetApp HCI. And then independent compute, which is a big advantage to the users of this platform. We can give you independent compute, which is disaggregated from the storage. So you can have a growth in compute or growth in storage independently without being interrelated. If you want to grow your storage, you do not need to grow your compute also. This technology is called the disaggregated HCI. Now, as a example, again, the example I took, you have 5,000 users, employees of your company. You want to start small. You want to start only with 500 users. You want to roll out a VDI for just 500 users. So what you buy is something as small as 2 chassis with 2 compute nodes, 2 storage nodes. This is what your starting point is. Now, you're 1 year down the line, these 500 employees are very happy with the performance, with the whole experience of VDI. Now what you need to do is add more nodes. That's all. You want to add 1,000 more users, add 3 or 4 more nodes, and that's it. You do not need to buy more storage separately. You do not need to buy more switches separately. You do not need to buy more licenses, the VDI licenses separately. So this all comes bundled and highly scalable. So that's why the term modular. You want to add more, just add more nodes, and that's all. Right? You do not need to plan for 5,000 users on day 1 here. Your 5,000 users may need VDI after 3 years. So you're starting small, take small risks, grow as your business grows, and then non-disruptively, you can go to an enterprise scales. So you can just keep adding more nodes as more technologies arise, more users you have in your VDI environment. So you keep growing, add more storage or add more compute the way your business demands it. And this is as simple as this. You do not have any complex network designs. You do not have any complex storage designs. You do not have any complex storage calculations to do. Just keep adding more nodes as your business grows. Right? Now, the other way my fellow IT heads, CIOs want to consume VDI in 2021 is cloud. Cloud is a great use case for VDI because it's very predictable and it's pay as you go. So, I have 1,000 users that I want to give the VDI desktop to. All that you need is a rate card from your cloud provider, let's say $40 per month for VDI, and that's all. You multiply it by the number of users you are going to have. So there's a predictability of your pricing. There is a scalability of pricing. There's a scalability of the solution. You want to add 500 more users, just go to the portal, add 500 more users. But then what is the problem? What is the reason that people do not completely use VDI for cloud? Number one, they have an on-prem infra. Most cases, people have an on-prem infra, which is being used for hosting this VDI. And then they start consuming the cloud. The IT team, you guys, have tough time. You have to manage the on-prem Citrix or VMware or whatever, without naming any OEM there, whatever on-prem VDI solution you are using, you have to manage that. Then you have to manage your cloud service provider's solution as well. And then these become 2 silos. The problem is there is nothing that can move virtual machines from here to here. Let's say you want to move 10 VMs from an Azure WVD to on-prem. There's no way you can do that today, right? That's exactly where NetApp plays. So we have something called a solution called Virtual Desktop Service. This service is a single pane of glass for you, the IT team or IT head or the EUC team. What this solution does is essentially these three segments. Number one, your user is going to log in here. All that your end user needs is a virtual desktop, which they are going to access from their laptop. What you need to do is manage a few things. Number one, automation of deployment. So you need an automation to be able to deploy your virtual desktops. I want the template of my accounting team, and I want 100 of these virtual machines to be deployed in WVD, Azure, or in AWS, or in GCP, or whoever is your platform of choice. You want to do user management, day-to-day, password resets, credentials management, and all that. App management, how to publish an app, where to publish an app, what protocols to use, all that stuff. And plus, your resource scaling and optimization. You want to scale a virtual environment to a cloud now. You have 500 users on your on-prem environment. You are running on 90% capacity, and you want to scale to cloud now. You will have only 200 more users needing the virtual desktops only for next 8 hours. So cloud makes a lot of sense there, right? And last but not the least is SaaS portal for managing all this. This is what NetApp provides you. NetApp will provide you one single layer of your VDI management, regardless of where your VDI is. It could be on-prem, it could be in one of the cloud providers, it could be spread across 4 cloud providers, 3 clouds and one of your public clouds. But all you can do is you can move your virtual machines seamlessly. You can have 500 users running in the on-prem environment, and then you have 200 more users that you want to spin up in Azure. So you can do that with clicks. You do not need any manual deployments. You do not need any complex deployment tools and all that stuff. You can do that from a SaaS web portal, right? And then the beauty here is that we have some beautiful bundles that we have created for the customers. Bundles of this tool itself, the virtual desktop solution tool itself. Then what you also need is a very high performing storage in the cloud. Let's say you are using Azure WVD. So you need the performance of enterprise storage in Azure. So we have a storage integrated within Microsoft Azure's data center, which you can use seamlessly as a bundle itself, as a part of this bundle. And third, most important thing here is Cloud Insights. This is our monitoring and cost optimization tool. This will monitor your whole VDI environment, on-prem, multi-cloud, and also give you a lot of insights. Like the name says, Cloud Insights, it gives you a lot of insights as in, Mr. Customer, you have some free capacity in your own data center while you're running virtual desktops in the Azure right now. You can move these virtual desktops back into your own data center, right? You can do stuff like that. So this system will simply move the users back into their own data center. Right? This will give you recommendations around how to save cost while using VDI from public cloud. Right? So moving on, the value proposition here is we let you build a data fabric which is compatible with the VDI of your own choice. Now, on-prem, you might be using VMware, Citrix, or Red Hat, or any other cloud service, your VDI service provider. We integrate with each of them. We have a solution called HCI, which is compatible with all these 3 or 4 names that I said, OEMs. You can run any of these on this HCI solution. So this is going to be your private cloud to run your VDI within your own data center. The second component you need is, how do I run my virtual machines in the cloud? And in the cloud of my own choice. So you have 3 options. We have integrations with AWS, Google Cloud, and Microsoft Azure. Go ahead, build your virtual desktops in any of these three clouds. Then what we give you is this virtual desktop service, the tool that I have been talking about, VDS, which will not only monitor it all, it can do the deployment for you. You want to deploy 100 virtual desktops, 4 hours, done. You can deploy 1,000 desktops in less than 2 hours, right? Then the day-to-day management, regardless of where your virtual machines exist. A virtual machine may be existing here in on-prem environment. This may be on AWS, Google, or Azure. So you can seamlessly move your virtual machines anywhere to anywhere, right? And monitor it all, do cost optimization as well, right? And you can bank on us. We have 3 decades of experience. We have been the #1 ranked storage provider for VDI. And now we are expanding that knowledge, expanding that subject matter expertise that we collected over the last 3 decades into public clouds and into private cloud as well. That is the biggest value proposition of NetApp, along with Hitachi Microsystems. Like Gaurav mentioned, they will be able to provide you all the services around it, all the template design, all the design of this infra, all the managed services they will be able to provide you over and above the solution proposition that I just talked about. In summary, quick summary for why you need NetApp for running your VDI. #1, independent scale. When I was talking of HCI, I mentioned this briefly. When you want more storage, buy more storage. When you want to buy more compute, buy more compute. You do not have to buy both every time. Workload consolidation. Because we have the guaranteed quality of service, we can guarantee the IOPS that you will get from each volume. You do not need to worry about a noisy neighbor. You will always get, even if you're running another application on the same HCI platform, apart from VDI, when you have a boot storm at 9 a.m. on a Monday morning, it will not impact your other applications. That's the beauty of HCI. Hybrid multi-cloud, we are one company which is embracing the cloud service providers. We are not scaring our customers about cloud. We know that cloud is here. It is going to be here for next a decade or two. So why scare our customers that it is safe, unsafe, unsecure, or very expensive, but rather work on solutions which make it safe, secure, and optimized in terms of cost. That's the philosophy that I'm working against. We give you efficiency guarantee. For every terabyte you buy in HCI, we give you 3 terabyte of guaranteed capacity on the cloud, on the private cloud. End-to-end automation. Your existing IT team does not need to learn any new skills. So whatever they are using today, Ansible, ServiceNow, or any other automation tools, we integrate with them all. And if you are not using any automation, we have our own tool at HCC for managing your HCI seamlessly from one single pane of glass, doing 0-day deployment, design, implementation, routine monitoring, and management as well. That's why this is so simple as well. And with Cloud Insights, you get protection and monitoring as well. Proactive protection against any faults that are going to occur in the future. We proactively monitor the infra for you and troubleshoot and alert you in advance. Right. With that, open to any questions, please. If there are any questions, Gaurav, would you let me know, please?
You can post your questions in the Q&A section or can raise your hands so that I may unmute you all.
Okay, so I have one question here. Where do I start? I want to roll out a VDI for my customer. What is the starting point? So quick answer on that. It's a detailed exercise that my folks at Hitachi would want to engage with you and understand your detailed requirements and come up with the best possible solution for you. But the starting point is, of course, a value proposition workshop. Get in touch with us again, please, with your email ID. We would want to have a small workshop, maybe an hour. We can have a virtual one to understand what are your priorities, what are your plans. Do you want to keep using on-prem infra, or you have a strategy in the cloud, and how do we go about it? How do we fall in line with your strategy, with your organization strategy? How do I design a solution which gives you the right balance of cost and safety and security and scalability as well? So starting point is drop an email to either me or Gaurav or anyone on this invite. You would have seen the emails. So drop us an email. We would want to have a quick half a day workshop to design a solution in line with your IT requirements, whether you want to use on-prem or public cloud or mix of both and which clouds, and we can then get going from there. Just got another question in. How does operating system licensing happen in VDI? Well, operating system licensing happens only for the on-prem VDI. In the cloud VDI, generally the OS licenses are bundled. Now, it happens in a very traditional way. It could either be for Microsoft Windows, if you are asking, it is per user license, plus some CAL licenses as well, if you are talking about Hyper-V kind of a solution with Windows OS. Can you please share your install base with numbers in India and in the world? Yes, for sure, Rajiv. That question is from Rajiv. So we have virtual desktops for all major BFSIs. I'll not be able to give any names without a quick reference check. So all major BFSIs are our VDI customers. Quite a few healthcare, quite a few IT, ITES. One of the largest ITES company, I think one reference I can share is Infosys, is running their IT VDI on NetApp HCI. Right. Any further questions, folks? Please feel free to drop us an email to me or Gaurav, and we'll be more than happy.
We are having Sunil Bukania who has raised his hand. Amit, Sunil, you can unmute yourself.
Hi, Amit. This is Sunil here.
Hi, Sunil.
I hope if you remember, we met maybe a year or so back in Noida. My question is that usually when we talk about the node addition kind of a model, it happens that during course of time in my single solution, we will have different generation of nodes getting stacked. But when the lower generation nodes gets an obsolescence, then it becomes a challenge to remove them. And then, I mean, considering that, okay, my workload is continuous, but maybe during the mid of a year, obsolescence of some node has come. Can I remove my nodes online without touching my complete stack, or I have to take a downtime and then remove the nodes and add the nodes as a replacement and stuff? I mean, I hope you got my question.
Thanks for that question. Yeah, I completely got your question. Thanks for that. So yes, with NetApp VDI, the NetApp HCI, the beauty is that all your storage is completely outside in a different set of nodes. It's not in the compute node. So if you need to replace a compute node, all that you need to do is, number one, make sure you have enough redundancy in your system. N+1 or N+2, how many nodes you're going to replace, that is sorted out first. So if I'm adding one more node or removing one node from my infra, because there is no storage, that makes my life so much easier. All that I need to do is add one more node. If my solution was N+2 earlier, I'll make it N+3. Make that node a part of my VMware cluster or Citrix cluster, whatever I'm running. Then you're free to remove your node because the storage is anyways being run on a different set of nodes altogether. Storage is being run on storage nodes, and you just need to plug out your compute node to be able to keep running your infra as is, and your CPUs will take over. So this is typical stuff that we have done with quite a few customers. In fact, a couple of POCs we did where we have been able to do this seamlessly.
My second question is about many a times it happens that if your VM is running and due to an unfortunate situation, like let's say a hardware issue is there, server reboots, my VM goes down, it reboots and comes back. Let's say if I have a case where I cannot afford a downtime of a VM, but I still foresee that if a server hardware failure could be a possibility, is there a way that even if there is a hardware failure, my VM is running. I'm not talking about FT mode, because FT has its own implications.
That's
Through
right.
some way that my VM is still running. Maybe I have a cluster of 4 nodes or servers where my VM is residing, and if one node goes down, it should not impact my VM. When we talk about virtual desktop environment.
I get it. Well, the best option here is to go by your platform's best practices. I generally recommend an N+2 configuration, and whatever platform you are using, either Citrix or VMware, go with their guidelines. And this particular platform, HCI, will completely support that. Integrates with both the major platforms that I mentioned. And that is not a challenge at all. I've not seen any issues as such from any of my customers yet.
Okay.
But more than happy to discuss it offline. If there is a specific use case, we can have a quick chat around how do we resolve your particular issue.
Yeah, it was just a query, so I just thought to maybe ask with you. Thanks.
So there is another question coming in from Jigateshwaran Palsami. He says, we have AWS and Azure supported from Hitachi. How can we benefit deploying more business critical application on cloud?
Good questions. Thanks. So yes, we have Hitachi Microsystems providing managed services around Azure and AWS to existing customers. So Azure has an offering called WVD, and Amazon has a service called Workspaces. So what you need there is something that can integrate with all your 3 platforms, WVD, Workspaces, and your existing Citrix or VMware. That's where NetApp will play in. So team at HSMC will get in touch with you. What they will do is design an infra, bring in this layer of NetApp VDS, Virtual Desktop Service, in your existing environment. And this layer will then give you complete knowledge of how many virtual machines am I running on Azure, how many virtual machines I'm running on GCP or AWS and on-prem. Will be able to monitor all this regardless of where it is running. And also then move the virtual machines between these zones. So you want to move 50 virtual machines from AWS to Azure, click done. You want to move your accounting team from on-prem to AWS or on-prem to Azure. So from this window of NetApp Virtual Desktop, VDS, Virtual Desktop Service, we can do that for you. And Team HSMC here is trained. They are certified to do this for you. They will be able to integrate this tool seamlessly within your existing environment. I hope I answered your question well. So that's all I had. Gaurav, over to you. Thank you so much, everyone, for your patience and time. It's been a pleasure presenting to you.
Thank you, Amit, for this wonderful session. With this, it's time to invite Aditya Gundeti, who is the special appearance for today. Aditya is a 26-year-old stand-up comedian based out of Mumbai, and he is the co-founder of comedy company named Comedy Countdown, and they are actively participating in shows in Mumbai, Pune, Chennai, Bhubaneswar, Delhi, and many more cities in India. So with this, let me welcome Aditya. Aditya, if you can just come online and
yeah. Hi, Gaurav. I am audible and visible, right?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Hi, guys. Hello. If you can just turn on your audio, that will be great.
So I will allow to talk everybody in the attendees section.
Okay, great.
And they may unmute themselves.
Okay. अगर आपके यहाँ पे डिस्टर्बेंस नहीं है तो जरूर ऑडियो ऑन कीजिए. अदरवाइज डिस्टर्बेंस है तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. Okay. Hi guys. Hi Suhas, Sunil, Abhishek, everyone. My name is Aditya and I'll do some jokes for you guys. So let's start then. ठीक है. So basically, in lockdown, I was at home. I was staying at home the whole time. I was living with my mom. And मेरा mom का ना थोड़ा अजीब हरकत है घर पे. एक बार क्या हो गया? मेरे घर पे है ना 4 वॉल क्लॉक्स है हर एक रूम में, ठीक है, और सब में टाइम अलग है. आई डोंट नो इफ दिस हैपेंस विथ यू गाइस. हर एक वॉल क्लॉक में टाइम अलग है. एक 5 मिनट फास्ट है, एक 10 मिनट फास्ट है, एक 15 मिनट स्लो है, ठीक है. तो मैं पूछा यार मॉम को कि ये ऐसा क्यों है, मतलब ये सब फास्ट क्यों है, ये घड़ी 10 मिनट फास्ट क्यों, बोलती है पंक्चुअलिटी की. बट क्या होता है पता है, ये क्या होता है पता है, जब घड़ी बंद पड़ता है, ठीक है, एक घर पे ना एक घड़ी बंद पड़ेगा, देन मॉम विल बी लाइक ओके इसका बैटरी चेंज करो. तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल बैटरी चेंज करने के लिए आई गो टू गेट न्यू बैटरीज. अभी इंडिया में ना बैटरी 2 साइज का रहता है, एक छोटा और एक बड़ा. उसको बिग एंड स्मॉल बोल सकते हैं. लेकिन छोटे बैटरी का साइज रहता है, बड़े बैटरी का साइज रहता है AA, और छोटे बैटरी का साइज रहता है आ. बहुत अजीब सा ये साइज का नेमिंग है, समझ में नहीं आता है. तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल गाड़ी खराब होता है, तो देन आई गो एंड आई बाय AA साइज का बैटरी. फिर मैं बैटरी डालता हूँ. मैं जैसा टाइम सेट कर रहा हूँ ना घड़ी में, तो मॉम कम्स एंड शी इज लाइक इसको 10 मिनट फास्ट करो. मैं बोला क्यों? बोलती अरे वो पंक्चुअलिटी के लिए अच्छा रहेगा, आप टाइम पे पहुंचोगे हर जगह पे, पंक्चुअलिटी के लिए बहुत अच्छा है. बट मेरे को पता है अभी फास्ट है ना घड़ी, एक माइनस करके समझ में आ रहा है असली टाइम. Like, I don't think my mom is a fan of punctuality. She is a fan of subtraction. सब्ट्रैक्ट करवाना उसको लोगों से सिर्फ टाइम. यार कितना अजीब चीज है. मेरे रूम का घड़ी में और मेरे हॉल की घड़ी में 10 मिनट का गैप है, ठीक है. तो मुझे घर से मेट्रो पहुंचने के लिए 5 मिनट लग रहे हैं, लेकिन रूम से हॉल पहुंचने के लिए 10 मिनट लग रहे हैं. बहुत अजीब सा सीन है. माय डैड एक्चुअली ही लिव्स इन हैदराबाद, ठीक है, and he is 55, so he doesn't really know how video calls work. Video call करता है वहां से, and then he video calls like this. This is how dad's video call. ऐसा लग रहा है डूब रहा है वो किधर से. He'll be like this. He'll be like hello, हाँ बेटा सुनाई दे रहा है. अरे हमको सुनाई दे रहा है, बट उसको नहीं सुनाई देता है. तो what he does this. He goes near the screen and he does this. कान दिख रहा है मेरे को उस कैमरा में. उसको लग रहा है कैमरा से आवाज आता है. ये सब चल रहा है. मेरा लॉकडाउन यही सब में चले गया. बहुत अजीब था. बट गाइज इफ यू कैन हियर मी, सम ऑफ यू आई नीड सम ऑफ यू टू टर्न ऑन योर ऑडियोज. इसके घर पे डिस्टर्बेंस नहीं है, कोई चिल्ला रहा नहीं है पीछे से. वो अपना ऑडियो ऑन कर सकते हैं. ओके, थैंक्स अमित. इफ एनीवन एल्स कैन जस्ट टर्न ऑन देयर ऑडियोज, इट विल बी ग्रेट. We'll start with some more jokes. So does anyone of you like go to a gym here?
I buy the membership every year.
You're that New Year resolution guy, what?
Exactly. By 7th January, I buy my membership and never use it throughout the year.
Okay, great. तो मतलब आपके फीस से उनका AC वगैरह खर्चा चलते रहेगा.
Exactly.
Annual maintenance वगैरह आपके उससे ही चलता है. अच्छा, it is like a donation. It's like a great donation to the gym, society in general. But यार मैं जिम में गया था. मैं फर्स्ट टाइम जब जिम में गया था ना, most of the gym trainers are very good people, but some of them are so weird. Like they are over friendly. मैं एक बार जिम में गया था, मैं एंट्री मारा जिम में, फर्स्ट डे मेरा जिम का, मैं जानता ही नहीं उसको. मेरे को पूछता है और गर्लफ्रेंड है क्या. बोला क्या, मैं अभी आया हूँ यार, मैं नाम तो पूछ लो पहले. गर्लफ्रेंड है ये वो, ऐसा कुछ भी चीज़ी सवाल पूछते रहते हैं. एंड मैंने देखा है कि जिम ट्रेनर लोग, ये टाइप के जिम ट्रेनर लोग है ना, दे लाइक बिहेव वेरी डिफरेंटली व्हेन दे आर अलोन एंड व्हेन दे आर इन द जिम. लाइक अगर आपको ये जिम ट्रेनर का असली, इफ यू वांट टू जस्ट गेट टू नो द जिम ट्रेनर इन हिज नेचुरल हैबिटेट, यू शुड गो एट अ ऑड टाइम. लाइक दोपहर को 12 बजे 1 बजे चले जाने का जिम में. तो वहां पे ऐसा जिम ट्रेनर बैठा रहता है बनियान में. ये जिम ट्रेनर सब बैठा रहता है बनियान में, और वो मसाला डोसा खाते रहता है. ठीक है, सुबह वो आपको सेम जिम ट्रेनर बोलेगा कि आप ओट्स खाओ, आप बनाने खाओ, आप एग्स खाना चाहिए, आपका हेल्थ अच्छा होगा. दोपहर को देखेगा तो ये मसाला डोसा खाते रहता है. फिर उसको पूछेगा ना कि आप ऐसा करते हो, आप हमको एडवाइस देते हो, लेकिन खुद आप ऐसा कर रहे हो. तो बोलता है अरे बेटा मैं सेलिब्रेट कर रहा हूँ. सेलिब्रेट क्या कर रहे हो? बोलता है सचिन ने सेंचुरी मारा. बोला सचिन कब का रिटायर हो गया है, आप क्या बोल रहे हो? बोलता है वो देख टीवी पे मैच चल रहा है, वो 10 साल पहले मैच देख के सेलिब्रेट कर रहा है. उसको सिर्फ एक रीजन चाहिए खुद का शिटी बिहेवियर ये करने के लिए, जस्टिफाई. बहुत अजीब सा जिम ट्रेनर था. और आपको तो पता ही है जिम ट्रेनर और लड़कियों का क्या इक्वेशन रहता है जिम में. लाइक अर्लियर दे यूज्ड टू बी वेरी क्रीपी विद देम, बट नाउ इट इज लाइक वो लोग उनको अपना थेरेपिस्ट ही मान लेते हैं. लड़की आती है जिम में, उस ट्रेडमिल पे जाती है, लड़की चल रही है ट्रेडमिल पे चुपचाप, जाके वहां पे खड़े रहता है. तो मैडम मुझे लगता है कि मेरे घर वाले मुझसे प्यार नहीं करते. बोलता है मेरी बीवी मेरे से बात नहीं करती. वो लड़की बोलती है पहले तो मैंने समोसे खाने छोड़ दिए, मैंने केक्स खाना छोड़ दिया है वेट लॉस करने के लिए, अरे मुझे इसका बकवास सुनना पड़ रहा है यहाँ पे. फिर वो लड़के का दिमाग खराब होता है, फिर उसको पूछती है अरे तुम्हारा गर्लफ्रेंड विलफ्रेंड है ही नहीं क्या कुछ, तुम उससे जाके बात करो. क्या है ये सब, मेरे को नहीं सुनना है. जिम ट्रेनर आल्सो वियर्ड मैन. और ये बेसिकली इम्प्रेस करने का टेक्निक हर जगह रहता है, कुछ भी करके औरतों को इम्प्रेस कर देना चाहिए. मैं यार ऑफिस जाता था लास्ट ईयर, मैं ऑफिस जाता था और ऑफिस में ना एक कैंटीन है हम लोग का. ऑफिस कैंटीन में ना आप देखोगे कि फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल एक स्टीरियोटाइप रहता है कि विमेन गॉसिप अ लॉट. विमेन गॉसिप अ लॉट बिकॉज दे हैव दोस काइंड ऑफ आईब्रोज लाइक दे गॉसिप. बट हम लोग कम नहीं है, हम लोग कितना गॉसिप करते हैं यार. आदमी लोग बहुत ज्यादा गॉसिप करते हैं स्पेशली कैंटीन्स में. मैंने देखा है कि ऐसा एक टेबल पे 4 लड़का लोग बैठे रहेंगे. वन गाय स्टार्ट्स, ही इज लाइक अरे विराट कोहली का जब से शादी हुआ है उसका फॉर्म एकदम ड्रॉप हो गया है रे, मतलब उसका फिटनेस एकदम खराब हो गया. और ये वो बोल रहा है समोसा खाते खाते, ठीक है, खुद समोसा खाते खाते बोल रहा है कि विराट कोहली का फिटनेस एकदम ड्रॉप हो गया. बोलता है कि मैं नहीं शादी करने वाला किसी एक्टर से या मॉडल के साथ. ये बंदे का शादी.com पे 5 साल से अकाउंट है, ठीक है, इसका शादी वैसे भी नहीं हो रहा है, बट इसको लग रहा है कि शायद मॉडल्स और एक्ट्रेसेस मेरे घर के बाहर लाइन लाके खड़ी है कि एक बार शादी कर दो हमसे रमेश, एक बार शादी कर दो. बहुत अजीब सा कॉन्फिडेंस रहता है. फिर देन वहां से थर्ड गाय, हिज नेम इज सूर्या, ठीक है, ही राइजेस फ्रॉम द ईस्ट. ही इज लाइक हाँ भाई सही बोल रहा है ये तो, मैं भी कभी नहीं करने वाला यार. ये सब चलते रहता है, ठीक है. दुनिया भर का बात करेंगे, पॉलिटिक्स, एंटरटेनमेंट, क्रिकेट, एवरीथिंग दे टॉक. दैट कॉन्वर्सेशन चेंजेस व्हेन यू नो, कॉन्वर्सेशन चेंजेस व्हेन अ वुमन एंटर्स द कॉन्वर्सेशन, ठीक है. नो, वुमेन एंटर्स द कॉन्वर्सेशन. अभी सबका एक ही इंटरेस्ट रहता है, कुछ भी करके इसको फटाफट इंप्रेस करूं, पता नहीं क्यों उसको कुछ भी करके इंप्रेस करना है. तो वो बैठती है, वो चुपचाप बैठी है एंड शी इज ट्रीटिंग देम एज हर नॉर्मल फ्रेंड्स. बट देन दिस गाय स्टार्ट्स, और स्वाति आपने वीकेंड पे क्या किया? देन शी सेज मैं फर्स्ट टाइम ट्रैकिंग गई थी लोनावला, मुझे 3 घंटे लगे ऊपर चढ़ने में और फिर 2 घंटे लगे नीचे चढ़ने. तो एक बंदा चालू होता है अरे ये तो कुछ भी नहीं, मुझे सिर्फ 30 मिनट लगे ऊपर चढ़ने में और वो भी 2 बार. तो वो बोलती है मैं क्या करूँ ये इस इंफॉर्मेशन से. दूसरा बंदा उसको टॉप कर रहा है, वो बोलता है अरे मैं तो सिर्फ फिजिकली यहाँ पे हूँ, मेंटली तो मैं अभी हिमालयाज में हूँ. बोलता है मेरा ये पैशन है, यही मेरा जुनून है जिंदगी में. वो लड़की बोलती है मैं क्या करूँ इस इन्फॉर्मेशन के साथ, कुछ नहीं कर सकती. वो फिर ऐसा ऐसा ऑकवर्डली हंस देती है. ठीक है हंस देती हूँ, अगर इन्होंने कल कुछ गलत कर दिया उसके साथ तो मुझे नहीं बनना रिया चक्रवर्ती. वो हंस देती है, उसको फर्क नहीं पड़ता. हर जगह चल रहा है यार, कितना इम्प्रेस कर ले. तुमने एड्स देखा है वो एक्स का एड देखा है? एक्स का एड ऐसा पूरा वो डीओ मारते रहता है. वो मच्छर भगाने वाले आते हैं ना सोसाइटी में, इतना भर भर के डीओ मारता है. फिर उसको लगता है कि लड़कियां इंप्रेस हो जाएंगी, फिर वो सब पूरा डीओ मार के लिफ्ट में जाता है, लड़कियां चीखने लगती है. फिर यही सब चल रहा है यार, हर जगह चल रहा है. मुंबई, तुम लोग मुंबई से हो क्या कोई लोग?
नहीं, ये सिर्फ मैं ही हूँ मुंबई से आदित्य.
अरे यार ठीक है. मुंबई में ना लोकल ट्रेन्स चलती थी एक जमाने में, ठीक है, अभी भी चलते हैं कुछ, बट तो लोकल ट्रेन्स में बेसिकली क्या होता था कि सब कुछ कुछ लड़के लोग रहेंगे ऐसा एकदम, उनको ऐसा छपरी बोलते हैं, छपरी लड़के लोग रहेंगे. वो लोग क्या करते हैं कि लोकल ट्रेन का जो डोर रहता है ना, वो डोर को पकड़ के लटकते रहते हैं व्हेन द ट्रेन अप्रोचेस द प्लेटफॉर्म, ठीक है. नाउ दिस गाइज आर लाइक वेरी एक्सट्रीमली अनएम्प्लॉयड एंड एक्सट्रीमली फ्री, बट दे हैव देयर हेयर लाइक कलर्ड गोल्डन एंड ऑरेंज एंड ऑल दोस थिंग्स. दिस गाइज बोला लटकते बाहर. एंड जैसा प्लेटफॉर्म के वहां पे आता है ना ट्रेन, तो लोग ऐसा चप्पल घिस देते प्लेटफॉर्म पे. उनको लगता है ये सब करने से लड़कियां इंप्रेस हो जाएंगी. उनको क्या लगता है कि लड़की लोग क्या सोच रहे हैं, उनको लगता है कि लड़की लोग सोच रहे हैं कि ये अनएम्प्लॉयड है, होपलेस भी है, लेकिन इसने जो चप्पल घसा है प्लेटफॉर्म पे, चप्पल इसने प्लेटफॉर्म पे घसा है, स्पार्क्स मेरे दिल में आए, ऐसा उनको लग रहा है. यही सब चल रहा है। बहुत बहुत अजीब अजीब लोग हैं यार। तुम लोग इंस्टाग्राम ऐप यूज करते हो ज्यादा करके लोग, आई डोंट थिंक यू गाइस यूज, बट इफ यू डू, Instagram is a very, Instagram is becoming like a very weird place currently, because there are a lot of 15-year-olds on Instagram, and this conversation started about mental health and everything. So people were posting about mental health, you should talk about mental health, which is good, which is great, but ऐसा सीन हो गया कि बच्चे बच्चे लोग स्टेटस डाल रहे हैं इंस्टाग्राम पे, बोल रहे हैं कि हे, feel free to talk to me like I'm your friend, always DM your problems if you're facing any mental health issue. I am like, तू जाके होमवर्क कर ना, तू 15 साल का है, तेरे को प्रोफेशनल एक्सपीरियंस है ही नहीं इस चीजों में, तो क्या बात करेगा लोगों से। एक 14 साल का बच्चा था, उसका स्टेटस मैंने ये देखा, ठीक है, बोलता है DM me, feel free to talk to me, so I felt free, okay, so then I started talking to him. मेरे को है नहीं mental health issue, but still I DM'd him, I messaged him, and I said, hey, I don't feel good mentally, I feel depressed, what should I do? First of all, this guy, इसका जो प्रोफाइल का फोटो है ना, वो एक स्केलेटन का है, वो जो रहता है ना इलेक्ट्रिसिटी के डब्बे पे, वो फोटो है, और इसका यूजर नेम है dead_snake, ठीक है। ये लड़का क्योर करे दूसरों के मेंटल हेल्थ इश्यूज। तो फिर मैंने उसको मैसेज किया, ऐसा ऐसा सब हो रहा है मेरे साथ, क्या करना चाहिए। उसका रिप्लाई सिर्फ यही था, वो बोलता है कि अरे टेंशन नहीं लेने का, मना को खाने का। मैं बोला अच्छा, तो ये सोल्यूशन है। फिर मनाको की कमी है लाइफ में, ओके ओके ओके। तो फिर मैंने बहुत सारा मनाको खाया, और फिर मुझे वापस उस जिम ट्रेनर के पास जाना पड़ा, तो फिर कुछ खास फायदा नहीं हुआ फिर। बहुत अजीब से मैंने आई ग्रो अप इन वेरी मिडिल क्लास सोसाइटी, ठीक है। इट वाज अ बिग सोसाइटी बट ऑल ऑफ अस वर मिडिल क्लास। तो उसमें क्या होता है कि देयर वाज दिस वन गाय, he was my friend. I won't say he is a friend, okay, मेरे को नहीं चाहिए ऐसा दोस्त। like his name was Parag, and he was pampered by his dad. Now if you're middle class and if you're pampered by your dad, it is the worst combination, because ना बाप को ना बेटे को लग रहा है कि कुछ वो लोग गलत कर रहे हैं, ठीक है। वो लड़का कुछ भी कर रहा है सोसाइटी में, वो चलते चलते बिल्ली को लात मार रहा है, बोल रहा है गोल, इतना डिस्गस्टिंग लड़का। एक बार नवरात्रि का टाइम था, उसके पास डांडिया नहीं था, तो उसने एक गाड़ी का वाइपर तोड़ा है और उससे डांडिया खेला है, ठीक है। ये उस टाइप का गंदा घटिया इंसान है ये लड़का। एक बार क्या हो गया, फैंसी ड्रेस कंपटीशन था सोसाइटी में। फैंसी ड्रेस कंपटीशन में इसको उन्होंने अंडरटेकर बनाया। अंडरटेकर आप लोगों को पता रहेगा, WWE एक चीज था, WWE नाम का चीज, उसमें अंडरटेकर रहता था, तो इसको अंडरटेकर बना दिया, बिकॉज ही वाज लाइक, उसका बिल्ट अच्छा था, ही वाज ब्रॉड एंड एवरीथिंग, तो उसको अंडरटेकर बना दिया। और फिर ये बंदा आ गया वहां पे। लेकिन उसके पहले आपको एक चीज बता देता हूँ कि इसका डैड जो है ना, उसका हर मिस्टेक को ऐसा कवर अप करता था। उसको बोलेगा ना कि अरे आपके बेटे ने हमारा विंडशील्ड का तोड़ दिया, वाइपर तोड़ दिया, उसका डैड वही बोलेगा, बोलता है अरे क्या करेगा, आजकल का बच्चे लोग ऐसा ही है, हा 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 हा, विल जस्ट लुक अप एंड स्माइल, ऐसा यहाँ पे सब पाउडर अटका हुआ दिखेगा उसका, दैट काइंड ऑफ अ गाय, कुछ भी करेगा। अरे आपने हमारी बिल्ली को लात मार दिया, अरे क्या करेगा, आजकल का बच्चे लोग ऐसे ही है, हा हा हा। मैं बोला क्या डिस्गस्टिंग है ये दोनों बाप और बेटे। तो एक दिन फैंसी ड्रेस में इसको अंडरटेकर बना दिया, और फिर ये अपने कैरेक्टर में इतना घुस गया कि वो अपने डैड को ही मारने लग गया। तो हम लोग को 3 सेकंड के लिए बुरा लगा, गिन के 3 सेकंड के लिए। फिर ऐसा अजीब लगता है, 40 साल का आदमी मार खा रहा है 14 साल के एक लड़के से। तो फिर 3 सेकंड बाद हम सब गए उसके डैड के पास, उसको बोले अरे अंकल क्या करेगा, आजकल के बच्चे लोग ऐसे ही है, क्या कर सकते, कुछ नहीं कर सकते। हमने क्रोकोडाइल पाला था, वो डायनासोर बन गया, अभी आपको ही खाएगा वो, बहुत मजा आएगा। ऑल्सो गाइज, I am 26, okay, but I know that my voice is 13. My voice didn't grow properly. I still sound like मेरा आवाज अभी भी जस्ट फटा है। मैं पिज्जा हट में कॉल करता हूँ पिज्जा मंगाने के लिए, मैं बोलता हूँ कल एक वेज फार्म हाउस पिज्जा देना। पिज्जा हट गाइस लाइक अरे यार तुम मम्मी को फोन दो यार, हर बार तुम प्रैंक मत करो यार हमको, तुम गलत एड्रेस दे के प्रैंक करते हो। मैं बोला क्या बोलने का अभी इन लोगों को, यही है लाइफ। I am 26, my voice is 13, but my lower back is 52. लोअर बैक इश्यूज बहुत है, दिन दिन भर बैठना पड़ता है ना आजकल, कुछ भी चलते रहता है। लोअर बैक इज 52. व्हाट हैपेंस इज ऐसा इफ आई एम सिटिंग एंड इफ समथिंग फॉल्स डाउन, ठीक है, जमीन पे कुछ गिरे, मेरे को उठाने का है, आई हैव टू बेंड डाउन, तो फिर कमर लचक जाता है वहां पे। तो व्हेन आई एम कमिंग अप, आई एम लाइक ओ 30 पे क्या होगा, फिर 35 पे क्या होगा, 40 पे क्या होगा। सो व्हेन आई एम अप एंड आई एम लुकिंग एट द लैपटॉप स्क्रीन, वहां पे टाइगर बाम का एड ऑलरेडी है। बोला गूगल नोज मोर अबाउट मी देन आई नो अबाउट माई सेल्फ। आई थिंक 10 years down the line you just have to think that oh फार्म हाउस पिज्जा चाहिए आज मेरे को, वो आपके घर पे आ जाएगा। तो मेरे लिए लोगों जैसा, मेरे लिए लोग के लिए अच्छा है ना वो, एटलीस्ट कोई बेइज्जती तो मेरे को नहीं करेगा फोन पे कि मम्मी को दे दो, ये करो वो करो। बेस्ट है यार, डेटा साइंस बहुत सही चीज है मेरे हिसाब से। So I'll tell you guys one last story and then we will close. I'm assuming you guys are from an engineering background. Most of you might be from engineering background. मैं तो ये चीज समझती नहीं है नॉर्मल लोगों को। I am also from an engineering background. Yeah. It might not sound like, but yes, I am also from an engineering background. और मेरा कॉलेज कैसा था पता है? It is not a great college. It is that college जो पता है किसी पॉलिटिशियन के पास बहुत सारा ब्लैक मनी रहता है, फिर उसको व्हाइट करने का रहता है, तो कॉलेज डाल देता है इंजीनियरिंग का। फिर सब पेरेंट्स बोलते हैं कि यस वन मोर इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज, नो आवर सन विल गो देयर, इज दैट काइंड ऑफ अ कॉलेज। तो मेरा कॉलेज ऐसा था। और कॉलेज का हर कॉलेज का कुछ खासियत रहता है ना, हर कॉलेज का कुछ, किसी का प्लेसमेंट अच्छा रहता है, किसी का फैकल्टी अच्छा रहता है। मेरे कॉलेज का खासियत था कि कॉलेज में एक स्विमिंग पूल है, ठीक है। ये प्रोस्पेक्टस के फर्स्ट पेज पे उन्होंने स्विमिंग पूल फोटो डाला है। समझ में नहीं आ रहा है एडमिशन लेने जा रहे हैं या रूम बुक करने जा रहे हैं। ऐसा कॉलेज है, कुछ भी चीज प्रमोट कर रहा है। तो ये देख के लोगों ने एडमिशन लेने का डिसाइड किया, ठीक है। लोगों ने सोचा कि अरे पूल है यहाँ पे, हम पार्टी करेंगे, हम भी करेंगे स्टूडेंट ऑफ द ईयर। तो लोगों को ये सब सोच के लोगों ने एडमिशन ले लिया। और एडमिशन लेने के बाद समझ में आता है कि बच्चों के लिए है ही नहीं अलाउड पूल। लोगों का जो दिमाग खराब हुआ है। एक 10 लोग का ग्रुप था, ठीक है, कॉलेज में। वो लोग हर दिन लंच के बाद उसी पूल में हाथ धोते थे। उन लोगों को, वो लोग देवर लाइक फीस भरा है, हम लोग वसूल करने वाले, ऐसे ही हमको फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता। आफ्टर वन पॉइंट दैट पूल बिकम अ बिग क्लॉग्ड वॉश बेसिन, नथिंग एल्स। उसमें इंसान नहीं कड़ी पत्ता तैरता था। ये सब चल रहा है। इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज में ना एक कंसेप्ट रहता है, उसको बोलते हैं इंडस्ट्रियल विजिट। आप लोग को पता रहेगा। इफ यू आर फ्रॉम अ गुड कॉलेज यू गेट टू विजिट गुड इंडस्ट्रीज, यू एक्चुअली गेट टू विजिट इंडस्ट्रीज। क्योंकि हमको आईवी लेके गए थे मनाली, तो वहां पे लोगों ने स्टडी किया वहां के इंडस्ट्रीज, मेडिसिनल प्लांट्स जो होते हैं मनाली के, आपको पता होंगे, ठीक है। तो वहां पे वो लोग वो सब स्टडी कर रहे हैं जाके। लगे काफी फ्लरिशिंग इंडस्ट्रीज हैं यहाँ पे। ईयर ऑन ईयर, मंथ ऑन मंथ ग्रोथ दिखा रही है इंडस्ट्रीज। हम लोग गए वहां पे, मैं और मेरे साथ है ना, हम लोग 4 लोग का ग्रुप था। तो मैं और मेरे 3 दोस्त थे, इसलिए 4 लोग का ग्रुप था, ठीक है। तो मेरा फर्स्ट दोस्त का नाम अवधेश, ठीक है ना। अवधेश, like he did not age gracefully. For some reason at 20 he looked 55. Like he is the polar opposite of million someone. And no one knows how ये कैसा हो रहा है। लेकिन वो इस चीज का फायदा उठाता था। तो वो मेट्रो में जा रहा है, तो मेट्रो में जो लोग बैठे हैं ना, उनको ऐसा गिल्ट से देख रहा है। तो फिर वो लोग भी खड़े रह रहे कि बोले चीचा आप बैठ जाइए, वो जाके बैठ भी रहा है। ऐसा एक बार है ना, हम लोग के दूसरे बैच वालों का पेरेंट्स और टीचर्स का मीटिंग था। तो उसमें ये बंदा किसी का डैड बन के जा रहा है। और फिर मीटिंग होने के बाद उसी बच्चे के साथ आके मिल्क शेक भी रहे बाहर। तो हमारे बैच वाले उसको चिल्ला रहे, अरे चिच्चा डायबिटीज हो जाएगा तुमको, क्या कर रहे हो ये सब। मेरा दूसरा दोस्त का नाम नरेश। नरेश इज अ वेरी कूल गाय ओनली अकॉर्डिंग टू हिमसेल्फ। ये ही वाज वे अहेड ऑफ हिज टाइम, बिकॉज ये 2013 में ना, टिकटॉक के पहले, इस बंदे ने यहाँ पे पूरा गोल्डन कर दिया था भालू पर, ठीक है। और साइड में पूरा लाइट ब्राउन कर दिया था। पीछे से देखोगे तो एकदम आवा केक दिखता था, एकदम सेम। इज वेरी कूल, ही इज वन ऑफ दोस गाइस जो ऐसा इंस्टाग्राम पे स्टेटस डालता है, यू नो आस्क मी एनीथिंग, लेकिन उसका सिर्फ 30 फॉलोअर है। तो फिर वो खुद आस्क करता है, खुद को सवाल जवाब करता है वो स्टोरीज में। दैट गाय। मेरा एक और दोस्त था, उसका नाम था सुनील। इज फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वन ऑफ द लास्ट सुनील्स टू हैव वॉक्ड on the planet Earth. We have one Sunil in the meeting, but I don't think there is anyone else. तो क्योंकि आजकल के बच्चे लोग का नाम एकदम सिंपल नहीं रहता है, रमेश सुनील वो सब नहीं रहता है आजकल। आजकल के बच्चों का नाम रहता है अगस्त्य, अमर्त्य समझ में नहीं आता वो बच्चा है कि आयुर्वेदिक का ब्रांड है वो.
Yeah. So, gentlemen, let me remind you again. I have already pasted the feedback link in the chat window. If you have not sent your feedback till now, please do it now. First 5 entries will stand a chance to win Amazon voucher worth rupees 1000 each. And now I'm sharing my screen. I'm having Wheel of Fortune right there on your screen. I'm having all the names of attendees who are there in this webinar till now. Thank you first of all. I will be spinning this wheel for 5 times to get the winner of Google Home Mini. So there goes the first spin. Sunil Tripathi, Jindal, so if you are here, please mark your presence in the chat window. Okay, cool. So we have got the first winner in the very first spin. Sunil, please do email me on my mail ID. That's gaurav.wats.ws@hitachi-systems.com. I'm writing it in the mailbox as well. And we will connect with you. So with this, I would like to thank you again for joining this exclusive session with NetApp, and we will reach out to you guys or the email. Thank you all.